Okay. I need to hydrate before this video. Okay. That's how to put a nasal pot to good use. My nose is already out of formed, so I don't really need the nasal pot to clean my nose at this time, but I needed it when I bought it, which was year 2011, and it's 2025 year right now. So that's 2011, 2021, 2025. So that's 14 years ago. I don't know. I don't know where it was all those 14 years, but that's how I have it here. Charles Toe was keeping it, or he could get it for me. And that is the nasal pot that I paid for with the credit card I no longer use. All right. This is 100% juice, mixed fruit cup, but it's not the way I would want a fruit cup. Yeah, watch 2.5 Men, watch Charlie Sheen order a fruit cup. I'm not ready to have a fruit cup because that's not a solved problem yet. Charlie Sheen was on a date with someone at a restaurant with someone female, and he tried to order her a fruit cup, and that's what I remember right now, even though elsewhere I know it was hysterical. Okay, this I'm going to open, but I have some conditions here. This is peach lemonade, Southern peach lemonade. It's refrigerated cold the way I like it. But the fruit cup, I was storing this on the shelf because I don't want it. But now I'm going to concede that I need it because I'm low on food. I have a short supply of things, and a delivery failure occurred today with Amazon.com. I'm opening the fruit cup. And I need a spoon, but I don't have a spoon. So I'm just going to talk over that I don't have a spoon. And there's nobody on the watching the YouTube who can get me a spoon so that I don't put this into the lemonade. It's peaches going into peach lemonade. What else? Well, let me read the ingredients of this right now. I'm touching the outside of the box with it being not clean. I would not touch the outside of the box and then touch the inside here. It says mixed fruit. So, okay, what's on the bottom? 70 calories, diced peaches, diced pears, pineapple segments. Okay, so I need to throw the outside of this away because I touched it without, I'm not going to put my hands in my mouth on camera either. I lose both ways. So this is a peach. I'll put it right in there. You can store this on the shelf, and this lemonade can be stored on the shelf as well. But the lemonade is refrigerated right now. So what do you do when you have something you don't want? Do you just make do with it? Or do you throw it away? Or do you give it away? I have seen people in this apartment complex, Fremont Gardens, apartments, I have seen them give things away that they don't want. But that's not something that somebody wants when they receive it. That means it is surprise. They didn't know they were going to get something. And then the money is, do they accept it or do they don't accept it? Well, that's because you can accept it and just throw it away. And I don't want to be the hostage there that somebody's doing that over myself and threatening that Charles Toe is not to be upset in this housing over small things. And that's true. Why is Charles Toe not upset with other people about this giving things to other people, a problem that you don't just throw in the dumpster? I've already been hospitalized for gifts receiving of my bat mitzvah, which was November 18th of year 1989. And I was hospitalized for 20 years with psychiatric care because I received gifts on my bat mitzvah. And I don't actually go back to my own house that way. I think we all know who had the bat mitzvah. We know that it's true that it's alive that way for Aunt Denise and for my mom and dad, that I had a bat mitzvah. My dad was not at the bat mitzvah, but my mom was there. And Aunt Denise was there. And I think we just don't know what happened to Becky because now I'm here and I don't have a bat mitzvah in karma. And that means you fought over me having a bat mitzvah when it was really due that you not be in my house. And what a long explanation of why I have to go through from kindergarten through 7th grade of Sunday school. Why do I have to be there? Because if you just didn't want me to be in my house, you made a lot of damages that I wasn't somewhere that I wanted to be, like where? Because it's my house. If I'm not holding alive in my house, then the parents need to go out somewhere so I can be alive in my house. That's what's wrong with you. You want me to leave the house because I'm not aliving in the house? That's you needing to leave my house because I'm not holding alive in the house. It's my house. That doesn't mean it's not my house. If I don't hold alive in my house, that doesn't mean it's not my house. You wouldn't know. And then, do you know or you don't know? I don't know, because you're professional sex offenders and consumers of sexual abuse of myself. And you don't really know how that affects you yet. But I do. I know this is illegal action on the threatening, and that won't go on in a future existence. That will die here. Because I don't hold alive as a subject of sexual abuse. And that's how I will decease myself, and you will find I was not your victim. How long did I live with it? Since approximately like the beginning of the mental problems of sexual abuse would have been before the physical contact, but your speech offenders, somebody who was in law school nailed me in the ear when I was 14 years old in my first year of high school, in my first during tennis season, when I was wearing a uniform. He nailed me in the ear. This is what he said to me: "Maybe you'll want to marry me when you get older, in about 10 years from now." And that's hysterical. It's a girls' tennis team, and that's not forgiven. But it's true that I don't work for you, and I'm there to find out what's wrong with you, but I can't find it out, and then you don't go to jail and prison. The speech offense, it can only record it if Michael Egelhoff turns himself into the school office and tells the office to call the police on himself and have himself arrested in the school office. The police will come right away. So what's going on in heavens? Because why is my mind always thinking about Michael Egelhoff, but he's illegal that way? That's what's illegal about him. And I don't have what it takes to say that to him because I'm not due in jail and prison for that reason. And neither is anyone due on that point in the jail and prison. But he is due in jail and prison one way, alone in the wrong for that reason. And I'm not going to jail for you. Let's start that from the year 1980. I'm not going to jail for you. But it's homeless to tell you that I am not in jail. I am going to jail and prisons in the afterlife when I'm deceased out of the threatening of myself. I have to go there to get out of my genitals, and I don't get out of my genitals in your jails and prisons. I don't have alive that way, and you keep making threats over myself because it's free, because I don't have alive that way, and you're wasting my time because I don't have alive that way. I'm not going into jails and prisons because you did something to make me need to be I can't be homeless. I can't be in my house. I can't be in an apartment. I can't be overseas. I've been overseas alone. I can't stay there alone. I can't stay there with anybody else overseas. I haven't been able to return from overseas to stay with somebody who'd been deported, who has new leverage being in America. That's Chris Paso. I can't stay with her to be in America in a house. Nope. I have to be completely homeless, and I can't be homeless because I can't live outside because you make the weather uninhabitable, and then I don't hold alive outside. You put it so that you put me someplace where I don't hold alive, and you don't know that because it's not alive that way for you. I want to show the fruit in here. Is it possible to see it? It's at the bottom. I don't know if that's interesting. If it'll ever come out, like boba in the bottom of the drinks. You need a straw to get it out. Well, this is the fruit in the bottom of the lemonade. I don't know how to get it out. If it never comes out, I don't have a spoon, so I don't really want to eat it with my hand the way I just dropped it into the lemonade. Yeah, I needed to soap my hands before I did that, but that's what's wrong with it. I don't have a Ford for it. I don't really want it. Well, what are we going to do with the rest? There's these three, and my hands have some juice on them. So there's these three left in here. What do I do with them? They're just decorative. I could put them in other lemonade, but they really should only be in the peach, Southern peach lemonade, because it's peach in there. Pineapple lemonade, I don't think I would want that. Is there pineapple? Would it be yellow? I don't know all the flavors. Even though I've tried them all, they're all very good. But I don't remember what's the ingredients in all the flavors. Tell Me by Groove Theory. This musical group, Groove Theory. Listen to it and let me know in the comments what you think of it, because it's me being homeless. I saw Mason Smith. He's posting videos on maybe you call it the feed. I'm not sure if that's what you say. The feed of the YouTube I've been using. Mason Smith said, "Let me know in the comments" a few times, and who else? Maybe Uncle John, JHONN. He's blackmail adultery contractor. I think he also said something about the comments. Suggestions, right, for the comments. I can read the comments, but I don't want to respond like it's email, so I'll just say that disclaimer right now. The comments, even though I might read something in the comments, it's not a text message on a cellular phone number that I gave you, so it's not that, and it's not email. I didn't give you my email address for the comment from you specifically. I will take the comments from anyone. What you're doing, jails and prisons, but I've been hurting the genitals, and that's you exploiting that I've been hurting the genitals. Get it out of your system, because I'm going to be deceased in the threatening when I die out of the formed world, and I will never see me again. Yeah, not this way. I won't be this female genitals on the Godhead problem. Yes, that is to be extinguished. And also, the order is extinct out of the order of the formed worlds. Well, tonight is my last night in Alive in Karma, but I'll most likely be here tomorrow because I am due in some kind of a food disaster I'm not interested in. Well, I need to wash my hands before I touch the phone because they have this on them. This is fruit juice. It says 100% fruit juice. So should I drink it? I don't want to put it in the lemonade, no, right? It looks a little syrupy. Well, is it pineapple juice? How do you know what it is? It's grape juice. Oh, is it grape juice? I would love to report to Kroger directly that nobody else owes the motions but the people at Kroger. And you are all so mentally bizarre because you hold your keys, you say no to something, and then you are threatening the prejudice of somebody else irrelevantly, and you want God to walk that away from you for free because you don't want to hurt them, because you're mentally unstable, because you did something wrong by holding your keys when you were due to go out of your keys, which would be homeless from your point of view. You're due homeless. But from my point of view, you must be threatening that you're due in jails and prisons. And that's you in the wrong right there. Well, I think it just doesn't go with the lemonade. Maybe I don't want this right now, but it doesn't go with the lemonade. I don't want to save it. I wouldn't save this in the fridge and drink it. But I need to save everything. I need every little thing because uh, my feeder problem's not working out for me, and I don't have anything else. I'm gonna die from that. You are doing jails and prisons, and you don't know how to make all the threats now or from the beginning of time until now. You can't go back and make all the threats that you were doing prisons. And that's not my fault because you threatened to put me in prison, puts you out of all those threats anyway. You can't threaten to go to jail and prison when you're threatening me. You're going to put me in prison. I'm not going to jail for you. I'm the Godhead. You can go homeless. When you're homeless, if you go homeless and you shun, when you're homeless, you could shun into a jail or prison. But when you're homeless, you have to threaten that you want to go to jail and prison from homeless, and you're not threatening me anymore. That means you need to leave, that you know who I am or where I am, and then you can go to jails and prisons that way from my point of view because the police cars are in traffic. That's what I think they are threatening, that they'll put you in the back of their police cars and take you to jail. What's wrong with jail? The bail problem, and unfortunately, you're just not to be bailed out. And that's not locked up for the police officer, but it should be locked up for the one who goes into jail. You should just stay there. And if they tell you you have to leave because you ran out of time, uh, that's you being homeless again. And that was the very serious problem. You don't hold alive that way is really due to be your problem. You're not due to be near myself. Well, okay. I can wash my hand this way. That'll go on the table. I need to touch the camera, but my hands are sticky. I don't want to lose the editing. All right.